You're struggling to learn .NET development because you're working on the wrong stuff. You're trying to learn more rather than practicing what you already know. The thing with programming is that there's always more to learn, and that's exactly what most people don't understand. There are so many new concepts and topics that will come your way, especially in .NET, and if you're not practicing them, there's just no way you'll remember anything, let alone understand why you're doing what you're doing or why one approach is better than another. Now, obviously, when you're starting out, you'll go through the basics. Foundations, project structure, what things are called, just so you're not completely lost. But the moment you get into actual technical topics, whether it's something in C# or working on a web app with ASP.NET Core, you need to get hands-on. You have to open your code editor, at the very least repeat the code from the tutorial or course you're following, but ideally you go one step further. Try the code on your own, break it, change it, see what happens. That's how you really understand what you're doing. But because here's the thing, you'll keep learning new stuff all the time, no matter your level. But if you want it to stick, you have to practice. Like, let's say you want to know whether to use an array or a list in C#. The only way to actually know the difference is to try both. Solve the same problem with each one. Then compare the results. Only then will you really get which is better in that context. And I'm not saying this like I've always done it the right way. I'm totally guilty of this too, especially early on. I used to be the kind of person who had to finish the entire course 10 or even 20 hours before even opening my code editor. And then, of course, I'd forget most of it, which meant going back, rewatching, and wasting more time. It's just not an efficient way to learn. I'm definitely getting better at it now, but hopefully so can you. I truly believe repetition is the part most people underestimate when learning to code. Let's go back to the fact that there's a lot to learn in programming. Even now, after more than 3 years of doing this, there are still things I forget. Sometimes even basic stuff, I still have to look things up. But here's the pattern I've noticed. The things I don't have to look up, the things I actually remember, are the ones I've repeated over and over again. And I'm sure it's the same for you. Think about anything you're really good at. Chances are you've done it 100 times. It's the same thing here. So especially in the beginning, don't be afraid to build simple things more than once. Don't avoid making small projects that feel similar to each other, because even if the structure or logic looks the same, you're still reinforcing the concepts. And that's never a waste of time. Actually, repeating things is where you usually improve the most. You start finding better, cleaner ways to solve problems, you get faster at Googling, you learn how to spot and fix errors quicker, you start noticing which resources explain things in a way that actually clicks for you. All those small improvements come from repetition. Eventually, when you're building real apps or working a job, this kind of repetition will happen naturally, but early on, you need to create those apps yourself. And yeah, it'll feel a bit harder at the start, but that's normal. That's how most things work. If you want help while practicing what you know or learning .NET in general, you can get it directly from me and other developers inside the .NET Squad community. You'll get direct support for whatever challenge you're currently facing, guidance on what to learn next, and you'll be surrounded by people who share the same goals. If that sounds like something that would bring you closer to your goals, just click the link below and I'll see you there. In the beginning, it's hard to even know what the next step should be. And that's the thing. When you're new, it's not that you don't want to learn, it's that you don't really know what to learn. You might tell yourself, oh, I probably should learn this framework or that design pattern or some advanced concept, but is that actually the right move for you right now? Even if you're following a roadmap, it's still super easy to get pulled in different directions. There's always another course, another tool someone says is a must learn, but a lot of the time those things aren't even relevant to the problems you need to solve. And that's why I keep coming back to this. Practicing is how you figure it out. When you're actually building something, even something basic, you start running into real issues. Things you don't know how to do, things that make you pause and ask questions, and now you have to find the answer. You Google it, you test it, you dig deeper into that one specific thing, and just like that, you're not guessing anymore. You're learning exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. That's the best part, because over time, that habit of solving real problems gives you clarity. You start to understand which gaps in your knowledge actually matter, and that means you can make better better decisions about what to learn next. You're not just randomly jumping from tutorial to tutorial, you're building a learning path that makes sense for you. So yeah, in the beginning it's confusing, but the more you practice, the more obvious the next step becomes. To take it a step further, if you're looking for more concrete things that could accelerate your learning, like a roadmap or the right resources, I have a video that specifically guides you through that, which should be on the screen now. So click on it. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you there.